Leicester 0, Manchester United 1. Another big win, man. Another morale boosting win. Another confidence boosting win. Another steady win. Was it perfect? No. Were there aspects that we need to improve on? Yes. Was there solidity? Yes. And is that confidence growing? Yes. Let's start with the positives, man. Sancho gets another goal, which is fantastic. That's good to see for him. And I'm starting to see the partnerships develop across the back line. They just look so in tune with each other. They're all pushing each other. They're all celebrating each other's wins, celebrating each other's tackles, and just looking like a real unit. We wasn't at our free flowing bless going forward. I understand that. But what I'm starting to see from this team is organisation, is structure. And that's something to build upon, especially at the back. Malacia, he didn't actually have his best game for me, Malacia, on the ball. But again, he's there. He's intense. He wants to win the ball. He wants to nip in and be aggressive and engage his opposite number. Diogo Dalot for me today. Arguably man of the match for me, along with Scott McTominay, see you later, along with McTominay, who was really good today. But Dalot's game is just going up and up and up a level. His composure on the ball is good. He's good in the tackle. He initiates the move that actually leads to the goal as well. And that decision making that he makes of knowing when to kind of nip in and get the ball, or just let the player get it and make sure they can't turn. He's done a real good job on keeping Harvey Barnes quiet, a player who usually gives us a lot of problems today. It helped in the first half that I think Leicester was so poor on the ball. They were always going to get better in the second half, but that comes from us as well. You know, we've contributed to them playing in that way. We've contributed to them getting frustrated and giving balls away and being so calm at the back. My guy, the Rolls Royce Varane, he's Rolls Roycing right now. He is Rolls Roycing right now, because what he's doing is just allowing Martinez to go and be aggressive and go and try and win things, even if he doesn't win the header. And he's just coming around and wrap around and just sorting everything out. A couple of times Martinez got himself into trouble. Who was there with interceptions? Who was there to calm things down, make sure Jamie Vardy's not going to get in there? Varane, you know? I want to talk about Christian Eriksen as well, because I think a lot of his work will go unnoticed, and maybe I'm wrong saying it's going unnoticed. Maybe you lot are screaming at this going, no, it's not going unnoticed. He is that damn good. I think he's absolutely unreal. I honestly do think that, and the reason why I think that is because he's so key to how we want to play. When the game's frantic, when the game's quick, and you need someone to just freeze the game, he does it. When you need someone to quicken it up, when you need someone to be a bit sharp on the ball, be a bit cute on the ball, he does it. When you need to find someone for an angle, when you need to bounce a wall pass off someone, he does it. And he just plays the game so well, and he's just the glue. He's just what makes us tick. He is what makes other players play better around him. And Bruno's making better decisions on the ball now. Scott McTominay's making better decisions on the ball now, because there's more options for him. So, look, I know we wasn't at our blistering best. There's gears to go up. Second half, we dropped our level a little bit, but we never looked like conceding. That was the first time in a long time. I mean, Southampton more so, there was a couple more scares than there was today. But I wouldn't go far as to say David Hay didn't have to make a save. But, well, because he did from free kicks, from a free kick. But other than that, from open play, he didn't have anything to do. And that's not just because Leicester were poor. That's because structurally and the system was spot on. You know, we're all getting back behind the ball. We're all understanding where to be. We're getting back in position quick. And like Cam said in his fan view, that gives us the confidence. That gives us the basis and the platform to go forward and have a good performance. McTominay, you know what? Look, a lot of people raising eyebrows. A lot of people were saying, why is he starting? And Casemiro's not there. Oh, I didn't want McTominay to play. Listen, he played well against Southampton, and he played even better again today. Why? Did he do anything amazing? No. But the things he did do were the basics right. And because I think he's got a better structure around him, it's easier for him to make those easy decisions. Because what McTominay's strengths are is using his physicality, getting about the pitch and winning the ball back. But usually what happens then is that we then ask more from him in terms of being progressive with the ball, trying to be creative with passing, trying to travel with the ball. And now we're not asking him to do that. Or in the last couple of games, we're not asking him to do that. It's literally win the ball back, be physical, be a presence in there, win second balls if you can't win the first, and then go give it to the players who are better on the ball, you know. And Bruno's doing that as well today. He's making good decisions. Bruno, whether he was in the 10, whether he was on the right-hand side, just making better decisions. And that's what I want to see. The goal was good. Dalot initiates it, gives the ball to Bruno, who picks up a little pocket of pace in there. He picks up some space, he picks it up, and then he looks for Rashford, who makes a good run, and he rolls it into Sancho, which was fantastic, and he goes around the keeper. We wanted to see that more. Of course we wanted to see that more, and we didn't really get to. But what you can say is there were glimpses. But also on the flip side of that, which is a little bit of a negative, there was also reasons why Rashford up front has his deficiencies, and it's something that we need to sort out, and it's why we're a little bit short up front. I know you got Ronaldo there, so it's whether Ten Hag can get him going. Obviously, we're waiting for Martial to get fit. But the problem with Rashford up front is that link play, that hold-up play. He just doesn't possess that ability. And he was starting to get frustrated the more the game went on. His game started to dip a little bit. Did he always want the ball? Was he always trying to make runs? Yes, I get that. But at the same time, that quality, that little link-up play where Martial's going to drop off the front, win a foul, get us up the pitch. He's going to drop off the front, get on a half-turn and play a ball in behind. Rashford doesn't possess that ability. He doesn't possess that know-how. But what he does possess is pace and aggression. But today, I just think as the game went on, he struggled to have that impact over it. And Ronaldo comes in, you put him out to the left, Rashford, and then there was a little bit more joy there. I want to big up Erik Ten Hag as well, because every time I think we went off the boil a little bit, I think he was really, really good in his substitutions and when he made them. He saw that Leicester were getting on top of us beginning of the second half, which they weren't going to come out any worse than they did in the first half, with Brendan Rodgers fighting for his job and fighting to improve Leicester. What does he do? Gets Casemiro in quickly. Casemiro did okay, some good bits and some not so good bits, but he's going to grow in confidence. What else does he do? He puts Bruno on the wing as well at the right time, because you need your best ball players on the pitch. He still didn't take off Eriksen. Someone was saying to me, oh, maybe take off Eriksen. I was like, you're crazy, you can't take off Eriksen. And also, you couldn't take off McTominay. It wasn't like, get Casemiro in for McTominay because we want to get him going and we need some control. It was, no, let's play him alongside McTominay and let's push Eriksen into the number 10 and push Bruno out to the wing. Again, keeping his best footballers on the pitch who were having an impact on the game at that time. So Ten Hag deserves credit for that. And again, bringing on Ronaldo fairly early to get a focal point up front, and actually taking off Sancho, because one thing, again, like I said about Rashford is, okay, he was having a bad game, but he's still going to try and run in behind. He's still going to give a presence, whereas Sancho wants it more to feet. So I think Ten Hag got it spot on with the substitutions as well, and he'll be over the moon with the confidence building. And you know what? Bring on Arsenal, man. Bring on Arsenal. It's going to be a heck of a game. They're 5-5. They're beaming with confidence. But we know what it's like at Old Trafford. We can get up for these games. We did it against Liverpool off the back of a 4-0 loss. It's a big game at Old Trafford. Anthony will be there. He gets in training over the next couple of days. Probably comes too early for him to start. So he might go over Langer again. But it'd be interesting to see whether he goes with Ronaldo up front. I would just play Ronaldo up front off the bat against Arsenal. Big game at home. Always plays against Arsenal. Always scores against Arsenal. And I would go with Rashford and Sancho. I would sit Langer out for this one. But let's see if he goes with the same mobility and the same team that starts, because we kept a clean sheet just doing that. My man of the match, do you know, I'm actually going to give it to Scott McTominay. You guys might say, oh no, you know, Bruno was really good. Eriksen, I love Eriksen. I could easily give it to him. I could have given it to Dalot as well. I thought he was good. I could have given it to Varane. But I'm going to give it to McTominay just because usually, you know, we're moaning about his performances, and usually we're like, but Scott McTominay and this, that and the other. When someone plays well and does their thing, I think you have to just call it as it is, and we shouldn't be afraid to do that. He's our player. We want Scott to do well, and I think today he really done well, so that's my man in the match.